Alright, thanks for coming back to the channel. I'm going to clean these slip joint pliers up. These came in sort of a box from an auction with a bunch of assorted tools, some of more value than others. This was another candidate that I had looked at, but big chip out of the jaw. It just didn't seem to be worth restoring. If you'd like to see something like this, or if somebody thinks that there is value in restoring this, I mean, let me know. I'd like to know your opinion on whether things like this should be restored. Or, I mean, it functions as it were, and it is relatively clean. But anyway, again, I'm just interested in seeing what the YouTube community likes to see, and I enjoy cleaning the tools up. This is sort of therapeutic for me. But today's job is going to be cleaning these slip joint pliers up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw them in the sandblaster. I'm going to try to get some good video of that. I had a guy comment on it, and he remarked about the sandblasting process and being able to get clear video on that. So anyway, I'm going to give you a little bit more footage of that, and then sort of to keep true with my last video with the sander. I mentioned that if I had some comments and maybe even some more subscribers, somebody expressed some interest in this as a ploy for attention. You know, I think it's sort of a bad idea now, but you know, I'm going to stick to what I said. If you're interested in these pliers and you subscribe, you make a comment, you know, I'll send you a message or whatever, get an address and send these to you free of charge. You know, just to I don't need a set of slip joint pliers, but you know, if I can establish a rapport with my viewers, subscribers, that'd be my ultimate goal. So if this works towards that end, cool. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to bring you over to the sandblaster and blast it, and then I'm going to bring you back.
Face the facts and don't deny that there's a gap in this little love affair. There's a long-gone quest, as you would say, and I think I'm gonna have a rest. Too much pressure.
So these were in the sandblaster for about a minute or so. It does a real good job. It etches everything. You can see the white look on it. I mentioned in my other video that I've been watching some of the tool restoration stuff in the Scout Crafter channel. He does a real good job cleaning these up, sanding them and just polishing them eventually. So you know, I think I'm going to take a page out of his book and try to pretty these up a little bit, because you can see there's quite a bit of imperfections on here. So I'm going to do my best to go ahead and clean this up. And there's no knurling or baker's mark or anything on here to take away from the originality of this. So anyway, I'm going to probably use my old belt sander, my new functioning belt sander with the rest on it, and see if I can't smooth this out a little bit. Yeah, that was weird. I may have just missed out on some recording there. I hope I didn't. I had this running through the belt sander that I had redone in the previous video, and it works, but it's quite a bit slower than the die grinder. So I am going to proceed to keep polishing this with the die grinder. hot as shit. Alright, so I've been through the sandblaster, wire wheel, buffer. Now I'm just going to clean the roux off of it. That's as much to cool the thing down as it is to clean it up. Buffer makes it hot. Now, I know you've heard me go on about the paste wax, but it seems to do a pretty good job. I have other tools that I just keep in my toolbox that, you know, I cleaned this thing up a year ago, and it looks pretty good as far as I'm concerned. The other video that I have where I redid this, same thing, paste wax. When I first started, years ago, I started painting them, and some paints held up better than others, but I beat the crap out of this stuff. So anyway, I think that this is, for me, the best way to go about preserving the tools, and not adding a lot of work to it, or cost for that matter. I think this paste wax, which I couldn't find in any of the stores around here, our big box stores, they had all sorts of variations on it with I'm trying to think, maybe carnauba wax or whatever it was. Anyway, I suppose an automotive wax might work, but being that this also acts as sort of a lubricant and preservative for my 1940, I don't know, early 40s Walker Turner drill press, I use it to keep the column in good shape. There were certain negatives to having automotive car wax on metals, and I forget exactly what that is at the moment. But because you hear about hand tools and stuff, I'd say this does a pretty good job, and it really lasts a long time. Like I said, this is the first one I've ever bought, and I've done a lot of tools. So anyway, this is not a great polishing job. It does tidy it up a little bit, got rid of some of the factory just casting imperfections, which, you know, whatever. Now I got a bunch of scratch marks in it because I don't have fine sandpaper. It's quite a bit better than I think it was, but anyway, it could definitely use hours on it. But again, I'm just here to clean the tools up, put them back to work. Thanks for watching. And again, if you comment, you subscribe or something, I think if I get to some point somebody shows interest in this, I can put it in a USPS flat rate box and ship it to you. Or, you know, even further than that, if you had something that you wanted me to restore and wanted me to record it, I'd be amenable to that. Just shoot me a message or whatever on YouTube, and you know, I think it'd be sort of fun to collaborate with somebody and clean something up. And anyway, that's the end of today's goofing around in the shop. Thanks for watching.